In this video, I'm gonna tell you exactly how I managed to read as many as 32 books a year, despite creating YouTube videos every week, publishing a newsletter every Sunday, writing weekly essays every Thursday, teaching computer programming to kids, and also having a full-time job as an interaction designer. Let's get started. Hi, my name is Abhishek and this is Coffee and Junk. Every Sunday, I post a new video where I discuss ideas on topics such as learning, creativity, wealth, productivity, entrepreneurship, and more. To get notified when I post new videos, do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Now, back to the show. Before I start, here's an honest disclaimer. 95% of the books I read are non-fiction, and when I say that I read 32 books a year, I mean to say is that I complete 32 books a year. I do not skim through them or leave them midway. If I have to count all the books that I've left midway, it will be like 200 books a year. Now, there's a difference, and I'm mentioning this for a particular reason because a lot of people who say that, hey, I read 100 books a year, they are lying to you. They are not even finishing like 10 books a year. I mean, they are all a bunch of liars. Frankly speaking, reading more is not about reading fast, and people are obsessed with speed reading. I do not know why. I hate speed reading. Reading more is about reading at a comfortable pace, but doing it regularly. People have a hard time reading not due to lack of time, but due to lack of practice. And I can understand this because there was a time only a couple of years back when I had a hard time to complete even, say, one book a month. But now breezing through 2 to 3 books a month is like second nature to me. And that is what I'm going to talk about today. 5 rules from me for you to become a better reader. Here we go. Rule number 1, date many but marry few. You do not marry everybody you go out on a date with, so why bother finishing each and every goddamn book you begin? It's not supposed to be like that. I mean, it takes some time to figure out if you like a book or not, because you cannot just look at the cover and say, hey, I like the book, right? You start reading, you see that, you get value, go on reading, you see you do not get value, or, the writing is bad, stop reading right away. I mean, your time is precious. Do not waste time reading a bad book. Leave it, throw it away. So what I'm trying to say is that you have to be promiscuous when it comes to reading books. Start as many as possible. Start thousands of books, but complete only a few. Complete only those few that you enjoy. It doesn't matter if a book is popular. It doesn't matter what your friend says. It doesn't matter what the comments say on Goodreads. If you're not enjoying something, it's not the right book for you to finish. Rule number 2, read for yourself. I mean, every goddamn topic has a bestseller. It doesn't mean that you have to read it. It doesn't mean that you have to like it, right? I mean, for example, say I'm not interested in the history of nutrition. I mean, you cannot make me. You can put a gun on my head, but I still won't read on that topic because I do not like it. No matter how well written the book is, no matter how popular, no matter how much people say, hey, you gotta read this book because this is the best in this topic, it doesn't matter. I do not like it. I mean, I would suggest you to read only on topics that make you curious, that you think will add value to your life. Otherwise, it is garbage, right? Read for yourself, not for others. Rule number 3, switch between books and more often than you think you should, because you will get overwhelmed once in a while, because if a topic is hard, it's new to you, then no matter how awesome a book is, no matter how well written it is, you might get overwhelmed. And it's a good time to switch a book rather than stopping reading altogether. And that is what a lot of amateurs do, and that is stupid, right? And this is where I think rule number 1 comes handy, because if you start reading a lot of books, you have a lot of books in your buffer. You can just stop, keep this and pick another book and start reading it. That is actually healthy. I mean, I rarely read fiction, but once in a while I get overwhelmed with like new and hard topics. So last week something like that happened, and then I decided to pick up Sherlock Holmes instead of continuing with Poor Economics. I mean, I read as many as 10 books at a time, and some of them are lying around for like 8 to 10 months, but it doesn't matter. I know I'll go to them when the right time arrives. It's totally fine. Read a lot of books and switch between them. Do not stop reading. Rule number 4, for hard topics, choose easy mediums. I mean, when you're starting on a new topic, the topic itself can be a barrier. So when you start reading a book, if you hit a roadblock, I mean, it's a demotivator. So a good option is to switch to an easier medium, say an audiobook, because the topic might be tough, but the medium of consumption doesn't have to be. And something like that happened to me as well. I mean, years ago, say I think a decade ago, when I was reading The Black Swan, this very book, it's a very old book if you can see. it was beyond me. I couldn't understand head or tail. I knew that it was a good book, but then I couldn't just continue reading, so I had to leave it. I kept it in the back burner for a couple of years, and when I went back to it later on, I think I had picked the audiobook, and it helped me finish the book. It helped me understand what all is Nassim Nicholas Taleb talking about. And then it motivated me to actually pick up the physical book and read it once more, right? So pick an easy medium, right? The other good option when you're starting a new topic is to pick an easy book altogether, not just an easy medium. For example, if you want to get started in psychology, then I would suggest Stumbling on Happiness by Daniel Gilbert rather than Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. This is the Bible, but it was so daunting for me when I started this book. I made that mistake. You do not have to. Start with this one. This is very well written. He has got a huge sense of humor you'll enjoy, and then come to this book. Your life will be so much better if you do that. Rule number 5, the last rule, and I would say the most important rule of all: read slowly. Take your time. Take pleasure in reading. This is a book, not a Netflix show that you have to binge and finish as soon as possible. Take 3 months, 5 months, 10 months to finish a book. Who's stopping you? What's the hurry? To be honest, the first books that you're going to read are going to be the hardest because you do not have the practice and the topic might be new. But I promise you, the more you read, newer books would become easier because you have accumulated all this knowledge, right? You'll see that a lot of these knowledge that you have accumulated are repeated in the books, and so eventually the learning and the reading process becomes faster. For me, it was very hard to finish a book in the beginning, but now it's not so hard because I know about a certain topic already. For example, design can be a daunting topic for a lot of people, especially who are new to it or do not have any idea of what it is about. But since I've had so much of experience with this topic, since I've had a degree in design, since I've read so many books, I can say with confidence that I can read give me the toughest and the most theoretical paper on design. I can read it without getting lost, right? And that is what happens when you read a lot of books and when you read on a particular topic. And as you read more, you'll soon realize that simply reading is not enough. You have to find a good way to synthesize all the knowledge that you've consumed, right? And that is a very interesting problem, but that is for another day, not today. It's gonna take a whole new video to just talk about it. So other than that, that is all for today. These are the 5 rules to become a better reader, to actually complete books, not just read them or skim through them. Take pleasure in reading. Why? I don't know why people have this hurry to finish a books. It's a beautiful thing, especially if you are an introvert like me. I love reading books. And if you are interested, maybe just put in the comments what kind of books you like or what are the other rules that you follow to, read or finish books. And then who knows, maybe someday we'll have a live stream and we'll discuss books, create a book club or something. I'd love to do something with you. So yes, definitely looking forward to your comments. So keep them coming. And other than that, to learn more about the strategies and principles of learning, creativity, and wealth, do not forget to check out my website, which is called coffeeandjunk.com. How obvious, right? And here I've written more than 150 essays on this very topics till date. So go out and read them. You will find a lot of information and knowledge. And also subscribe to my newsletter. You'll get a link there itself. It's called the Sunday Wisdom, which I send out every Sunday. And I've got a huge community of people who are geeks and introverts and nerds and knowledge seekers like me. So I hope to see you there. Apart from that, do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon because it keeps me motivated to push new videos every Sunday. It's a hard job, right? But so just, give a thumbs up, write a good comment. Hey, nice job. I like this video. That is good enough for me. And if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe, share it with your friends. Maybe if there are other geeks like you who love to read, who might find this video helpful. And also let me know maybe if you have not found this video helpful. Do not just give a thumbs down, maybe give a thumbs up, but then say, hey, I did not like this video for so and so reasons, and I'll see what I can do about it. So I'll see you soon. I'll see you next Sunday. Till then, peace.